Now, innovation flourishes when leadership embraces change. Please join me in welcoming Shri Vijay Shekhar Sharma, sir, founder and CEO of Paytm, to deliver the special address. Ladies and gentlemen, very warm round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Minister Sir, and all the SOCM dignitaries, thank you so much for inviting me. It is truly a privilege that in the company of all of you, I'm going to talk about somebody whom I'm so inspired by and whom I look up to for building an institution that outlasts the lifetime. And I remember when I was starting a company, somebody asked me, so what is your business model and what is the ambition that you're building? And I literally quoted that just like you see Tata today in India, which outlasts hundreds of years, I wish that I'm able to live and see a company like this. So my dream will be that I outlast myself and an institution that I build outlasts the country, the opportunity, and the business. So it's truly a privilege. Thank you for inviting me here today, first of all. Young startups like me, more or less are looked at as what kind of valuation do you have, what kind of business do you have versus what kind of values do you have, what kind of resilience do you have, what kind of business and nation building you are doing. I feel again a privilege there that as a company we've been able to build something that is now today be looked at as the foundation of this country's Digital India mission. Honorable Prime Minister's vision of bringing India as a forward economy in the digital age, and our contribution to it just makes it so impeccably something worthwhile that I believe that as young startups, I mean, we always have been looked, let's say, as a smaller, younger companies which have such a daunting task to survive, daunting task to build something. But look at the opportunity India produces today and gives us today. J.R.D. built airline when there was no business of airline. There was no reason for country to have an airline. We sometimes think of market share, sometimes think of market size, and imagine the time and the kind that he built it. He built foundational business of steel, which India needed as a foundation of that time. And today, we are talking about AI, we are talking semiconductor, we are talking businesses which are the foundation of tomorrow's world, which are foundation for 2047 big India vision that we talk about. And I'm so proud that our country is, and our business and the government are aligned towards it. I mean, it is important for us to know that if we continue to milk what is there, and I use the word milk what is there, we don't build for future and we don't build the nation of the tomorrow. When we commit ourselves to build what is going to come in future, we build the nation of tomorrow. J.R.D. actually gave us the lesson of that if you build the nation, the business follows. Not that you build the business, nation follows. I mean, this is, all of us face this movement in so many times in our businesses, in our life, that should I build for the country first, should I build for business first? Obviously, there is no doubt about it. Our business have to be surviving, thriving. That is a privilege that we have. At the same point in time, if we don't align to the mission of the country, we don't end up building something that outlasts us. I again feel privileged that as an individual and as young startups, on behalf of those whom I'm standing here, we all come with the ambition of unwavering commitment to the businesses and the new age thing that we do. J.R.D. started Tata Softwares, Tata Consultancy Services. I'm sure we all know that in those days there were not even enough computers in the world that you are thinking about, why are you even building this? Imagine the dividend that it pays to the Tata Sons today, that it is the largest cash cow of the group, if you will. Now, this is something that is a challenge and an opportunity. Many of you in this room would agree. When you seek and commit to your own business and your next generation of business, you want them to look up to the next business line item that is going to be the future dividend, not just the dividend of the past, if you will. And that is something which is a very tricky, at the same point of time, an opportunity for every generation in front of us. I look up to our generation's effort to build something that goes globally and makes country proud. I remember Honorable Minister Sir very profoundly talked about that it is not necessary for us to not just build the companies which are in commerce, but build the companies that are core foundation of the technology in the country. We talk about Skyroot as we talk about. We talk about one of the only country in the world after US and China that has the ability to privately port the satellite in the sky and private company to charter it. Now this happens because we have audacious, ambitious, committed to nation building people. And this is exactly what I look up to as a generational feedback and inspiration for our generation. That if we could build the nation by building our effort of capabilities of business of today, what will we be building? And it is not just the opportunity when you buy a Tata product or when you look at what J.R.D. built. He did not build it in a country which was deprived of, let's say, I would rather put that today country is very thriving economy, and we all know how we've been able to reach the milestones that we've been able to. In those days, quality should have been the second opinion. I mean, the word, the quality, inherently inherits that you are not conscious about the pricing, but you are bothered about there is a quality. It's a bet. As a business, all of us know it's a bet because viability or quality, we choose one of the two. And he chose quality over viability all the time. And then over the period, Tata became a benchmark of quality. Today's nation again faces the same thing. I mean, we want to be the world class in today's businesses so that tomorrow's India is identified as a global power of tomorrow. And then when we reach there, we are not looked down upon as shortcut or cutting corner country, but we are looked at as that we are building on ultimate foundation of quality in the world. His lessons of building with a purpose, his lessons of building for the nation building are out there. I mean, I was telling Piyush sir a few minutes back that it is always a longer arc if you want to build the perfect thing for yourself. Shorter cut is that you cut one FTA and that's it. You just sign up ASEAN and then you give up everything and you don't necessarily get everything that you get. But at the same paradigm, longer arc would be that you go one country at a time, nuancingly cut the finesse, and then you say, this is something that I like. So I also applaud our government and Minister Sir for doing something that is way long term than cutting a shortcut of acknowledging that we've done this. I mean, it is tougher to do 39 and 40 agreements and 52 agreements than to do one agreement that you could have done with those countries, and you would have given up something very critical. Now, this is a classic J.R.D. building because you're talking about what will be mattering in the future, not just what is mattering as a delivery of the work. So my applause and respect to our government to do this. Important and very critical for us to look up to him as J.R.D. Always said it, that when you build something, do not look at only the profits, look at what you can bring back the people. The capacity building, I did not know that Sumant would have had Tata Administrative Services job, if not Indian Administrative Service job. That is something that many of us knew. Well, this is something which I wish that today's generation also builds, and I look up to, that we build capacity building, institution building. We build the capabilities that are important for tomorrow. Once again, AI is my power, AI is my aim and ambition, and I would say this country, as we are talking about, we need many more AI champions and champions which will bring the technology to the grassroots and masses. And that requires us to build the capability, investment, and technology in India. It is exactly the movement which we should take a resolve on and build for our country, the technology, the foundation, and the opportunity that comes tomorrow. With this, I won't hold you to hear the main lesson of the evening that Honorable Minister is going to give. I thank you once again for the privilege of giving me an opportunity to talk to you, and I look up to the ambitions and the lessons of J.R.D. for building something enduring ages beyond I live and company lives on. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your inspiring address.